We want to tell the stories of the people here.
Woodland Cemetery in the East End.
This is the connective tissue for Richmond.
The final stop for generations of prominent African Americans who left their mark in another era.
Well, Woodland Cemetery is a haven. It's a haven for history.
But the grave of one accomplished Virginian has been lost.
We weren't sure he was here.
For decades.
That'll be Leslie Garland Bolling.
Henrico County history specialist Mark Schubert has been searching for Mr. Bolling across these 33 sprawling acres.
We had probed this plot many times. We just never found his headstone.
Leslie Garland Bolling, who died in 1955, carved himself a lasting legacy.
He had a scroll saw, a vise, and some pocket knives. That's all he worked with.
Surrey County native Leslie Garland Bolling lived in Jackson Ward during the 1920s and 30s.
He was just driven by what inspired him at that time.
When he wasn't working as a porter or letter carrier, Bolling's hands-on hobby filled his spare time.
It's very important to know his story and how he ended up being buried here.
Woodland's executive director, John Mitchell.
The beauty of seeing his art is realizing his humanity, the same humanity of a Van Gogh.
The largely self-taught sculptor who attended Virginia Union University found his subjects living next door.
If you look at some of his carvings, he actually wanted to show people from Richmond the African-American experience in what was going on back then.
With a block of wood, Bolling carved individuals often overlooked during the era of Jim Crow.
They depict that life in Jackson Ward, that vibrant Harlem of the South, the Black Wall Street, the day-to-day lives of these people that lived there.
Bolling sculptures of a cobbler, cook, and washwoman catch the attention of art critics.
He exhibited his works in the 30s and the 40s through the Harmon Foundation, which was established to raise the profile of artists of color.
Barbara Batson, who literally wrote the book on Bolling, says the artist enjoyed national attention, all while staying grounded.
When you look at his work and you think about how he crafted it, I think you have to acknowledge his intellectual approach to his art. I think it's remarkable what he did.
In 1935, the Richmond Academy of Arts features Bolling's work in a one-man exhibit, a first for an African American in Virginia.
You do not need to be from Richmond to appreciate Bolling's artwork. It has that spark of life. This wooden sculpture of a hand is called Worker's Hand, and it was made by Leslie Garland Bolling here in Richmond in 1934.
Christina Vida with the Valentine History Center says Bolling's working hand is a treasured part of their trove.
You can see the cuticles on the hand. You can see the veins. You can see the folds of the skin of the knuckles.
Scholars know of at least 80 Bolling sculptures, but the whereabouts of more than half remains unknown. Some are privately owned, others belong to the Art Institute of Chicago and the Met in New York.
We're so thrilled to be able to have these in these public collections and share them with the Richmond public.
I'd say he's perhaps the most significant artist working in Richmond in the 1930s.
Christopher Oliver, associate curator at the VMFA, says visitors can study 2 of 6 Bollings from the museum's collection now on display.
Bolling is here. You can see his presence in these sculptures so directly. I can imagine him holding these works in one hand and just working with his other.
While Bolling's pieces stand only about a foot tall, Oliver says what they represent is monumental.
So I think there's interest on the part of art historians and the public to see how art was blossoming in this very difficult time of the Great Depression, particularly in these African American communities.
I just got this itch. I was like, I'm gonna find that headstone. Let's put this mystery to bed.
Back at Woodland Cemetery.
It was about a good 1.5 feet down.
Mark Schubert's long search for Bolling hits pay dirt.
We found the flat headstone. I felt some letters. We kind of brushed it, poured some water, and saw that last name, Bolling.
In Section T, the curious history buff unearths 2 stones marking Bolling's final resting place.
Seeing that for the first time, it was it just chills, just gave me chills.
71 years after his death, the accomplished craftsman is being discovered once again.
He's an American artist. He represents the best of America.
Leslie Garland Bolling, the sculptor who whittled his way into the most prestigious museums across the United States.
And so when you see that, it needs to be celebrated.
All while carving a spot into the heart of his hometown.
He's buried right here, and his story is out there to be found.
For I Have a Story,
Takes you on a little journey.
I'm Greg McQuade, CBS 6 News.